Hi, I'm Keyshawn Johnson. You're watching Buccaneer football on Fox 13.
The Visa Halftime Report is brought to you by Visa. It's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
And welcome back to Los Angeles and the Visa Halftime, along with Howie, Terry, and Chris, yours truly, James Brown. Defense, the story in the game between Tampa Bay and Chicago. Bucs D looking awfully tough indeed.
Bears hoping to get their high-powered offense rumbling down at Tampa Bay Stadium. But it's the Tampa Bay defense that gets it going good. Sacks, you bet. Sack after sack. Rondé Barber right up the middle, confusing the blocking scheme of Chicago. There's a sandwich. It's no score at this point. Then Barber again. McNown is down. And then Warren Sapp gets his big paw up, knocks this ball in the air. Donnie Abraham picks it off field goal. It's 3-0. And then Sean King fakes the inside trap, bootlegs it around the right 3 yards out. This, too, was set up by Donnie Abraham. His second interception of the game. 13-0 Tampa Bay. And now a fumble in the air, ball on the ground after the catch. Who's there? Rondé Barber, NFC player, defensive player of the year. Maybe so. 24 yards later, and boy, what a game. 20-0. Tampa Bay
D has held Chicago to 41 total yards.
Earl Dotson, bad back, has to leave the football game. But in comes John Theory. He sacks Rob Johnson. We have no score. Brett Favre, running back. Ahman Green run into one another. What's this all about? I don't know. I thought you worked on this in practice. Then Darren Sharper inside takes down Rob Johnson. This takes him out of the field goal. Fourth time Johnson was sacked in the first half. And then with under a minute late, Johnson finds McDaniel 6-yard touchdown. His first of his career. Bills 10-0 over the visiting Pack.
In Philadelphia,
Deuce Staley, can you get me 200 yards? Deuce, Tiki Barber says, I can get you 144 off to the left side. Trap set up to the right, box it back to the left side. This 23-yard game set up a 36-yard Delahuso field goal. Giants up 6-0. And then Deuce Staley having a rough day. Jesse Armstead in for the tackle. Still 6-0. Donovan McNabb, West Coast offense, big arm down the middle. Chad Lewis, tight end says, look at this one-handed grab. You bet you 31 yards. That set up a Akers 33-yard field goal. And then 25-yard reception. Amani Toomer off the back foot of Kerry Collins, 13-3. And then Tiki Barber inside to the right, back to the left again. Didn't we see this just early? 31-yard TD. Boy, this has got to be taking the air or the pickle out of the Pickle Eagles as it's 20-3. And a surprise, I think, Giants over the Eagles.
2 touchdowns in less than a minute for the Giants. Deuce Staley only 4 yards in 5 carries. Culpepper in control for the Vikings, but they're only up by a field goal in that contest. Edgerrin James, nearly 100 total yards and 2 touchdowns. 24-7. Colts over top of Raiders in that contest. Titans and Chiefs all knotted at 7. That in Tennessee. And Jimmy Smith torching the Ravens secondary with 2 touchdowns. Jaguars up 20-7 in that one. And the Battle of Ohio in Cincinnati's brand new Paul Brown Stadium, 14-7. Browns up there. Tampa Bay, the story, of course, what else is new? Defense.
Great defense, in particular, Rondé Barber, 2 sacks today, 1 return fumble for a touchdown. Last week he had 1 sack. Right now the kid's got 3 sacks and a return fumble for a touchdown. And his brother, his twin brother, I might add, from the Giants, is close to 300 yards in 1.5 games up in New York. He just broke a long touchdown run, as we saw in the highlight. These guys are phenomenal out of the University of Virginia. Tampa Bay defense outstanding.
They really are. We're going to have trouble finding quarterbacks to play against this Bucs defense pretty soon. Last week, Drew Bledsoe was hit 32 times, knocked to the ground 32 times in that game. And so far, Cade McNown in this one has just been getting chased all over the place. This is why Tampa Bay doesn't even worry about what happens on offense. Their defense scores points.
Well, they're going to have some offense in the first half. And the young quarterbacks we're seeing, Culpepper, we're seeing King down in Tampa Bay, only 45 yards. Cade McNown, blitz, blitz, blitz. We're seeing tons of blitzes after these young kids.
Young guys trying to make a statement, though. All right, folks, another big sports news development outside of football. Bob Knight has reportedly lost his job at Indiana University for grabbing a student by the arm, violating a zero-tolerance policy placed on him earlier this year. Now, the Associated Press is reporting that Knight was told of his dismissal this morning. The president of IU has scheduled a news conference for later this afternoon, presumably to make the announcement official. Once again, Bob Knight reportedly fired as basketball coach at Indiana University. And coming up, the second half of the contest between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Bucs as the Visa halftime continues after this.
Visa is proud to celebrate the fans this season. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
Terry, great interview with Orlando Pace.
By the way, I said we'd babysit his daughter right after the show.
Great. I love kids.
Nice going, Bradshaw.
Uh-oh.
Pucker up.
Ooh. Terry, you are so dead.
Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader action continues. Kurt Warner and the Super Bowl champs battle Ricky Waters and the Seahawks. The doubleheader action continues later today on Fox.